Hey, today I'm walking in Horseheads, New York, and I'm just thinking about divine guidance and how the Lord leads us and guides us, and how we can feel to say, wow, plan out our ways. And it says in Proverbs, a man plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps. And so we trust Him. We trust Him no matter what's going on as we're being divinely guided. And sometimes we can have that clarity when we know what is the very clear will of God outlined in Scripture that is true for all people at all times, in all situations. That is true. And then there is the very specific will where we're trying to really narrow it down. God, who, what, where, when, what do you want me to do vocationally, locationally, relationally? What would you have me to do, Lord? I think the principle is clear, is that we hold things very loosely. And we can think that we hear the Lord, and we can position ourselves for what we believe to the best of my ability, Lord. This is what I think you're guiding me into. And I position and I agree with you, and I align myself with your agreement, with what I believe you speaking to me. But ultimately, Lord, it's in your hands, whatever happens. Brings to mind as we're walking with the Lord, this scripture that says, watch out, you people. And it says something like that in James chapter 4. You know, the people that say, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this or that, or I'm going to buy and sell for a year. And then I'm going to, these are my plans. He said, well, watch out. What you ought to say is if the Lord wills, because you don't know what a day may bring. You don't know what tomorrow holds. And it's a vapor. Our life is a vapor. We have no idea what tomorrow holds. So we take one step at a time. We do the will of the Lord now, and the revealed will of the Lord now. We prepare ourselves to the best of our ability for what we think He might have, but we don't know, because ultimately He is in charge, and we, to the best of our ability, align ourselves with what He wants us to do, but we walk with Him. What does the Lord require of you? Micah 6-8 talks about this is what the Lord requires of you: to act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And so we walk humbly with Him. We trust Him that no matter what happens, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that God is going to make good out of it as long as we're submitted to Him. Because it's not about us. It's not about who we are. It's about who He is. And it's the grand plan of eternity, and not just simply what our plan is and what our life is and whatever mark we can leave on the world. Is simply being used of Him, so that His name, He says, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. And John said, I must decrease, He must increase. So we just say, God, have your way with my life, whether it be in small things, whether it be in big things, monumental things, building grand buildings, digging not so grand ditches, whatever it is, Lord, I submit it to you, and I walk humbly with you. I'm going to continue to walk with the Lord today.